Gothika. Oh boy. Now, Halle Berry has had a very rough patch of movies. She's been stuck in a lot of very bad movies. Um, she's a great actor, but she has been stuck with some very, very shitty movies. Now, is this as bad as everyone says it is? I don't think so. I think there's some merit to it, but it is a bad movie. And I just watched this for the second time. I watched it once a couple years ago for the first time because everybody always said this movie was terrible, so I never checked it out. But a couple years ago, I decided to watch it. It was on Netflix, and I was like, "Fuck it." And I was less than impressed. You got, and I'm actually surprised because this also has fucking Penelope Cruz and Robert Downey Jr. in it. So star-studded cast. What the fuck happened? It's also got that creepy guy from American Horror Story and the Invitation in here. That creepy bald guy. Got him in here, and I was expecting this to be some kind of half-assed ghost story. No, I think the story that they go for is probably the best part of this movie, but also the thing that drags it down. Um, but we'll get to that in a second. So, Gothica. What is this movie? Well, you know, I'm sure all you know by now that Halle Berry's worst movie is obviously Catwoman. That's no fucking secret. That is probably one of the worst movies ever to be made, and it spawned an even worse video game. Do not check it out. Um, and of course, you had the original Firestarter, which wasn't that great. But you also got some really great stuff with Halle Berry, like John Wick Chapter 3, and of course, you got, I think she was in Swordfish, wasn't she? She's been some great stuff, but she's been stuck with a lot of shitty movies, and this was one of them. So this is like I guess you could say a crime thriller. It's definitely a horror movie because it has like supernatural shit in it. It definitely falls into the horror category. A lot of people would say no, it's a thriller. No, if it has paranormal shit in it, it's horror. Paranormal shit is horror. It's not sci-fi. It's not fucking comedy. It's horror. If it has paranormal shit, which this movie does, it's horror. Now it is mostly a thriller movie, but because it has paranormal elements in it, I gotta give it a horror. I gotta give it a horror because that's paranormal. So yes, it's a paranormal detective movie, and I think if I remember correctly, God, it's been about a well, when did I watch that? I think it was about a week ago, maybe 3 days ago. I can't remember, but it's been a wild week, and yeah. But it's like this. I think Halle Berry was like this psychologist or whatever for like a prison, and I don't know. Some shit happens, and then she starts seeing these ghosts. And the fucking worst part of this movie is her scream. She screams. Halle Berry screams a lot in this movie, and it is fucking mind numbing. I literally had to pause the movie several times because the screaming was just hurting my head. It was fucking insufferable. Screams so much. Oh my god. By the time we got to the scene where she's hiding in the pool and then she screams like, ah, I was just like, oh my god, fucking stop. Oh my god, please just fucking stop. And then halfway through the movie, you find out that her husband was like this fucking serial killer, and these ghosts are like victims trying to tell them where they are. And you get that whole bullshit plot that we've definitely heard before. And you got Robert Downey Jr. in here, which is like the buddy of Halle Berry. And surprisingly, this was pre-Iron Man, so he wasn't like a crazy actor, you know what I mean? And this was the decline before he rose back to fame with Iron Man and Tropic Thunder. But, you know, and of course, you had Zodiac in 2007. So, yeah, 2007, 2008 were Robert Downey Jr. became an A-lister, but before that, there was he wasn't in a whole lot of like lead roles that were like recognizable right off the bat. Um, so he was like a side character in this, and the guy from The Invitation, American Horror Story, he's like this cop guy that's friends with Halle Berry. Turns out that he's the partner in crime with her husband, and they were like a dual serial killer friends or some shit. And God, I cannot for the life of me forget. I forget how it ends, but it's like no, I don't forget how it ends. They end up burning. Halle Berry ends up burning them to death or some shit, and the movie ends abruptly with Robert Downey Jr. arriving at the police station or whatever, and saving Halle Berry, I guess. And yeah, you got Gothika. Yeah, I went into this thinking it was going to be actually not that bad a movie because usually people like over exaggerate when it comes to this type of stuff. I don't think it is as bad as everyone says it is. It's definitely got some merit to it. I love um, some of the performances here. Now, I gotta admit, Halle Berry, you're a great actor, but I gotta say your performance in this was probably one of my least favorite of yours. Um, I would rather watch Catwoman than watch this movie because that, and that's saying something. But I think it's mainly due to the screaming stuff. I just can't. It's fucking terrible. I can't take it. It's too much. But you got Robert Downey Jr. in here doing a great job, and the guy from American Horror Story, as always, is just fucking creepy looking. I think he was in Zodiac too. Just a fucking weird dude. That guy's face just screams, "I'm gonna fucking skull fuck you later." Like that guy looks weird. He doesn't even have to act. He doesn't even have to act, man. He just fucking looks weird. And that's probably why I like The Invitation so much. He's just character right off the bat. You know that guy ain't right. It's like, oh, come here, brother. It's just a weird fucking dude. It's so weird. But as I said, it's not as bad as everyone says it is, but it's not a good movie either. It's definitely got its fucking issues. And put that on top of they allude to in the movie that they were not only serial killers, they were also serial rapists. You put that in there, and you got a really bad movie with a pretty fucked up premise. It could have been a great detective thriller. I was thinking the other day after I watched it, this could have been like a really good like early version of A Walk Among the Tombstones. Like they could have turned it into that type of story, but now we've got a half-assed ghost story serial killer movie that honestly, if you want to watch a good ghost movie that's about a ghost trying to find or a ghost and the people that killed her, watch Stir of Echoes with Kevin Bacon. That's a good ghost movie like that. That is a fucking awesome movie. Um, this is not though. So, Halle Berry Gothika, not a great movie. Not as bad as everyone says it is, but it's also not a good movie. So, enter at your own risk.